Hello students, good morning all of you. Students, today I want to explain a topic from electric charges and fields. Students, already you have gone through from the previous session about the topics related to this chapter, electric field intensity and electric field, all these. And also to calculate these terms which are related to this topic, we have to go through some derivations. So let us go through the derivations. Electric field intensity. Electric field intensity means we have already, you know the formula. Electric field intensity means the force experienced by the charge. The force experienced by the charge. So that means the force experienced by this unit positive charge placed at a particular point in a electric field. In a electric field, suppose an electric field is there. An electric field is there. In this electric field, suppose it is the source which is producing this electric field, in this electric field, if this one is placed, which is a test charge, and test charge is always should be taken as positive. So in this field, if this one is placed, it experiences some force by this electric field. So the force which is experienced by this unit positive charge is called as the electric field intensity. Of this field. The intensity of this electric field. So we have to calculate this electric field intensity due to this point charge. Mathematically, how we have to calculate? Okay. Let us consider a charged particle Q which is producing a electric field around this one. So if this is producing electric field, if a test charge is placed in this electric field, then it experiences a force. If this test charge is placed at a point P which is at a distance R from Q. So in this electric field, we have to calculate the intensity of this electric field produced by Q on this test charge. Okay. So now already this Q is the source which is producing electric field, and Q naught is the test charge. Of course, this test charge will have some, it can also produce some electric field, but we have to take it almost equals to 0. That means it should be negligible. So we are saying it as the test charge. So, and now it experiences some force. Because of this field. Then how much is the force? According to Coulomb's law, how much force it experiences? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q naught by R square. And where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the space, of free space. So now F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q naught by R square. Okay. And now we have to calculate electric field intensity. So this electric field intensity will be equals to electric field intensity. We have the formula. By Q naught. So from this formula, F is equals to this one. So automatically E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q naught by R square by Q naught. So Q naught gets cancels. Then we will get E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the space. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. And if in a medium, then E is equals to, that means the electric field intensity equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon into Q by R square. If in a medium, is the epsilon is permittivity in a given medium. In a given medium, where this electric field intensity is a vector quantity. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity. So this electric field is a vector quantity. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity, and the units are for electric field intensity formula is F by Q. So Newton per Coulomb. Newton per Coulomb. So units are Newton per Coulomb for the electric field intensity. So this is a vector quantity. Electric field is a scalar quantity, and electric field intensity is a vector quantity. Okay. We have to calculate for a dipole also the electric field intensity. So before that, what is a dipole? Electric dipole. What is a electric dipole? It consists of a pair of equal and opposite point charges. Equal and opposite point charges means a point charges, suppose minus q and plus q. This one is the negative charge and this one is the positive charge. So this pair, that means combinedly the pair of a negative charge and positive charge, which are opposite. That means this one is negative and this one is positive, but are equal in magnitude. Suppose this one is 1 coulomb and this one also 1 coulomb, but this one is minus 1 coulomb and this one is plus 1 coulomb. If this one is minus 2 coulombs, this one will be plus 2 coulombs. So in magnitude these two are equal, but they are opposite in charges. One is negative and one is positive, which are separated by a small distance 2a. These two are separated by a distance small 2a, very small distance. For example, some molecules like the hydrochloric acid, alcohol, okay, and these are some of the examples. H2O. These are some of the examples of this electric dipoles. So in this one, suppose HCl, this one is a dipole which is separated by a very small distance, but in opposite charges. This electric dipole will have a dipole moment. This dipole moment actually says about the strength of the electric dipole. It is a measure of strength of electric dipole. It is the measure of strength of electric dipole, which can be given by a formula. Of course, this one can be symbolized with P. P is equals to, it is defined as product of charge of, suppose this is a dipole, which is separated by a distance 2a. This is a dipole which is separated by a distance 2a. Then this dipole moment will be given by product of either of the charges, either this one or this one, either of the charges into the distance between these two charges, So the dipole moment is given by this formula, and the units for the dipole moment are coulometer. Units for the dipole moment are coulometer. Okay, this is a vector quantity. This is a vector quantity. This is a vector quantity. Let us calculate the couple acting on a electric dipole in a uniform electric field. That means in a uniform electric field, an electric field is produced by a charged particle. Then in that electric field, if this dipole is placed, see, minus q plus q, this one is dipole separated by a distance 2a. So if this dipole is placed in this electric field, then what happens is, at this point some force will be acted. Because of this electric field. This is the electric field. And also at this point also some force will be acted. But what happens is, that force which acts on this dipole will be in opposite directions. That means at this point some force will act, and at this point some force will act, which is equals to, at the force which acts at this point will be equals to E into Q, but minus E. At this point, at plus Q, the force will be equals to S plus EQ. Okay, why? Because we have already a formula, E is equals to F by Q. So from this formula, F is equals to E into Q. So at this point some force will act which equals to minus EQ, and at this point some force will act which is equals to plus EQ, but in opposite directions. That means in this direction the force will act, and in this direction force will act. So on the same dipole, if force acts in opposite directions at the ends, that means at this point in this direction and at this point in this direction, then automatically another physical quantity comes into existence, which is called as torque. This is the force which acts on the same object, on the same dipole in opposite directions. The force will be in two directions. The force will be at 2 points, but in opposite directions. So then torque will comes into existence. So this which is called as the moment of the couple. Moment of couple. Okay, now we will find this torque. So I already told you, moment of couple, the force which acts in opposite direction. In this direction force acts at this point, and in this direction the force acts at this point. So automatically it makes some angle with this electric field theta. Then suppose to calculate this torque, we have to take the perpendicular distance. Formula for the torque equals to, this one is called as torque. We have the formula, force into perpendicular distance between these two forces. So this perpendicular distance we have to take. This is the dipole, and this is the perpendicular distance. So for our convenience we have taken like this, which forms a triangle ABC, where AC is the dipole. Okay, so this is the perpendicular distance between these two forces. And so F into, this one is the perpendicular distance or not? AB. So from this triangle ABC, this one is theta, means it makes a particular angle with this electric field theta. So then this also becomes theta. So sin theta equals to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is AB, By hypotenuse is AC from this triangle. So AC. So then AB equals to AC sin theta. AB equals to AC sin theta. So torque equals to F into AB. So force into perpendicular distance. So this AB equals to, from this equation, AC sin theta. So F into AC sin theta. So F equals to E into Q. Electric field intensity into the charge. Into AC means 2A sin theta. Why? Because AC means this is the distance between the dipole 2A, which is separated by a distance 2A. So 2A into sin theta. So separately, if we write like this, 2A and into Q, E into sin theta. 2A into Q means, I already told you the dipole moment. So PE sin theta. Torque is equals to, we got PE sin theta. So if we write it in vector form, torque is equals to this is the formula for the couple acting on a electric dipole in a uniform electric field. Okay, note it down. Intensity of a electric field at a point on the axial line of a dipole. Axial line means along the direction of the dipole. That means this one is the dipole along the axial line. This one is the axial line. Then along the axial line of the dipole, we have to calculate. The intensity of the electric field at a point on the axial line. That means, suppose a point we have taken here like this. Then at this point, how much the intensity of the electric field on the axial line of that dipole. So at this we have to calculate the electric field intensity. So now the distance we have to consider here from this point. The distance between a dipole is, we know, that is equals to 2A. And this is the center of the dipole. Then if this one is the center of the dipole, this distance will be A. This one is equals to A and this one is equal. Why? Because this totally equals to 2A. So this half equals to A and this half equals to A for this dipole. So dipole of either charges plus Q and minus Q. Okay. And if this one is placed, this point we have to consider along the axial line of this dipole. And here this point is at a distance of R from the center of the dipole. From this to here, the distance is R. Now the force, it experiences some force, and also automatically the electric field intensity, because of this charge and because of this charge also, because of this positive charge and because of this negative charge, it will have some electric field intensity. So electric field intensity due to this one and due to this one. And how much the electric field intensity? Electric field intensity due to minus, that means due to this one, then it will equals to, we know the formula for the electric field intensity, into Q by R square. Here in place of R square, we have to take the R, means it is the distance. So here the distance between from P to minus Q is, from here to here it is R plus this distance. This distance is A. So the total distance is R plus A or not? Already from here to here equals to r and plus this distance. That means this distance is a. So because of this we have to calculate the electric field intensity due to minus q. So minus q, so the distance should be from minus q to this one, r plus a. R plus a whole square. Because we have the formula for the electric field intensity, E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square. From this formula we have to take this. And similarly, the electric field intensity due to minus q and electric field intensity due to plus q also we have to take or not? How much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by, here the distance we have to consider. So here plus q to p, this one, that means this one is r, this one is a. So this much distance only we have to calculate. So what happens? Here to here r minus a is equals to distance between this one and this one or not? So r minus a whole square, r minus a whole square. Okay, so here from here to here r plus a, from here to here is equals to r minus a, from here to here r plus a. So we have to take like this the electric field intensities. See, already I told you electric field intensity at minus q equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r plus a whole square. And at plus q, that means at here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r minus a whole square. So the total electric field we have to calculate at P or not. So for the total electric field, that means the resultant electric field because of these two. Actually here this one is less than this one. So what happens? This one is less than this one. So automatically the resultant will be difference between these two. This one is more than this one. So this one minus this one is the resultant electric field at P. So the total electric field will be the resultant electric field, this one minus this one. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught will be common to these two. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by r minus a whole square. Why? Because this one is more. This one is more and this one is less. So minus this one. 1 by r plus a whole square. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square. This is the resultant electric field at P. This is the electric field intensity, resultant electric field intensity at P. So this one we have to take like this. On solving this one, q by 4 pi epsilon naught, on solving r plus a whole square minus r minus a whole square by r square minus a square whole square. So by solving this one we will get E is equals to q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4ar. By solving this one we will get 4ar by r square minus a square whole square. That is equals to 4ar can also be written as, this one is q into 2a into 2r. 4ar can also be written as 2a into 2r by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square minus a square whole square. That is equals to, here 2a into q gives the dipole moment. This one is a dipole or not? So dipole moment P into 2r. Here if a is very less than r, that means while it is compared to r, this one is compared with this one is very less, then this term can be negligible. negligible. Then what happens? R square whole square. R square whole square. Then R square whole square equals to R to the power of 4. So this one equals to P and this one equals to, this term gets negligible. R square whole square equals to R to the power of 4. So P into 2R. So here R to the power of 4 cancels, R to the power of 3 will remain. So totally we will get 2 into P by 4 pi epsilon naught into R cube. So we will get the formula for the electric field intensity at a point P on the axial, which lies on the axial line of the dipole. So E is equals to 2P by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R cube. So this is the formula we got for the electric field intensity on the axial, for a point on the axial line. Let us see for the equatorial line. Equatorial line. See students, intensity of electric field at a point on the equatorial line of a dipole. On the equatorial line means this is the center of the dipole, plus Q and minus Q. Then this one is the center. Okay, along the equatorial line. Before this topic we have seen along the axial line, and in this topic along equatorial line of this dipole. So how much is the intensity at this point? At this point we have to calculate because of plus Q, because of this dipole, So then here this one is equals to A, this one is equals to A, and the distance from the center to this point, at this point we have to calculate, to this point the distance is R. Then if we form a triangle like this, then automatically this hypotenuse is equals to, this one is R, this one is A. Why? Because total equals to 2A, the length of the dipole. So this one becomes root over R square plus A square, and this one becomes root over R square plus A square. This side becomes. Here the electric field intensity U2 plus Q, will be in this direction, which is away from the source, and here it will be towards, E minus Q will be towards, E plus Q will be away from the source and E minus Q will be towards the source. Why? Because this test charge which is at a point, this point is positive, so it will be away from the plus Q, and why? Because repels and attracts, so towards minus Q. So the electric field intensity, because of this plus Q, because of this positive charge, will be equals to electric field intensity equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by root over R square plus whole square. Actually we have the formula for R square. So R square plus root over R square plus whole square. Okay. So that equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square. And now at plus Q by same. Why? Because the distance between here to here is plus root over R square plus A square. 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by whole square, that equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square. So due to minus Q, the electric field intensity due to negative charge, and the electric field intensity due to positive charge at point P, will be like this. Then what about the total charge? What about the total electric field intensity at P? See students, here the electric field intensity due to plus Q will be in this direction, and the electric field intensity at here it will be in this direction. Okay, and now if this one is resolved into components, this is a vector, electric field intensity is a vector. If this is resolved into components, then it can be resolved into two components in this direction and in this direction. This will be, let us suppose, due to plus q is even, due to plus q is even, let it be even, this one let it be even, and due to minus q is, let it be E2. Okay, and even, that means this one is the horizontal component and this one is the vertical component. The horizontal component E1 cos theta and the vertical component E1 sin theta. Okay, now this one which is due to minus q, let it be E2, let it be E2. That means what? Due to minus q, let it be E2. Electric field intensity, let it be E2. E2 will be in this direction. If it is resolved into components, the vertical component here E2 sin theta, and again the horizontal component will be in the same direction, E2 sin theta, E2 sin theta. That means in the same direction, the horizontal components of E1 and E2 will be in the same directions, but the vertical components will be in opposite directions. These two are equal but in opposite directions, so these two will cancel out. These two will cancel out. Why? Because in magnitude those two are equal but in opposite directions. These two will cancel. These two will cancel. So then what? Automatically the resultant electric field. Automatically the resultant electric field intensity at P will be equals to E is equals to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. But here actually E1 equals to E2. E1 equals to E2. Why? Because these two magnitudes will be equal. That means what? Equals to E2. E1 equals to E2. So now E1 equals to E2, E is equals to E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta, 2E1 cos theta. Why? Because E1 equals to E2. So that is equals to 2 into E1 equals to either this one or this one. We have to take the value of E1. So Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square. So that is into cos theta. This is the resultant electric field intensity. So that is equals to 2 into Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square into, what about cos theta? So here if we take this triangle AOC, cos theta equals to adjacent side AO, that means this one, by hypotenuse. AO equals adjacent side equals to A. So A cos theta. A, and by hypotenuse equals to R square plus A square. So R square plus A square. Okay. Now that is equals to, here 2A into Q equals to, we have dipole moment, the formula for the dipole moment. P is equals to, since P is equals to, we can write, since P equals to 2A into Q here. So P is equals to 2A into Q. So that is equals to P. So E is equals to, this product gives electric dipole moment P by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square into root over R square plus A square equals to R square plus A square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Whole to the power of 3 by 2. Now here if this term is negligible, this A square is negligible as A is very less than R. Then R square whole to the power of 3 by 2. R square whole to the power of 3 by 2. 2 gets cancels, we will get R cube. So this is the final equation for the equatorial, the electric field intensity at a point on equatorial line of dipole. And from these two equations already we have for the axial line, we got 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught into R cube. For the equatorial line, we got electric field intensity P by 4 pi epsilon naught into r cube. So from these two equations we can write. So from these two equations we got for the equatorial line E is equals to P by 4 pi epsilon naught into r cube, and for the axial line 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught into r cube. From the ratios of the axial and the equatorial we got 2. That means what? Axial on the when the when the charged particle is on the axial line of that dipole, then the electric field intensity at P will be more than on the equatorial. How much it is more? Twice. How much it is more? Twice. That means if P is on the axial line, then it will be twice it will be equals to twice the equatorial line, twice of the equatorial line electric field intensity. That means the electric field intensity depends upon the position. That means on the axial line it will be different, on the equatorial line it will be decreases. It will decreases. That means electric field intensity decreases on equatorial line than on the axial line. And also this electric field intensity depends upon the distance. Depends upon the distance also. So as the distance decreases, electric field intensity increases. So this is about the topics related, the derivations related to these topics in this chapter.